The true power that comes from a man intentionally walking away from a woman, from a conversation, or truthfully from anything that is taking his peace. This is a clear example of a man who respects himself. And I think if you are wanting respect from any single person, you have to be okay with doing uncomfortable things that will actually allow your value to be perceived in a higher light. Now, a man's presence in, let's just say, a woman's life is actually very, very valuable. And it's when men feel underappreciated or emasculated or respect is not being given to you. It's the men who unconsciously chase people, women, for validation, approval, or respect that will come out empty-handed, because when a woman truthfully respects you, it's in her nature to want to respond with repair rather than despair over the space you're taking or you just removing yourself to begin with. I think sometimes it's a man's last resort is actually walking away from something when too much damage has already been done. Space is actually a really, really vital thing to take when you guys aren't getting anywhere. And listen, that's a lot easier said than done. And for the people who have been in longer term relationships, you know it's sometimes an uphill battle to understand your partner effectively and how space isn't something that's bad or wrong. It's a way to put a pause on something that is not serving or benefiting you or her to begin with. And it's critical for a man to see a conversation or to see an interaction not going in a way that is harmonious to rebuilding something or understanding someone, to take it upon himself to create the space necessary for your respect not to be jeopardized, rather to be highlighted within that action. And you would be surprised the moment that a man walks away from something, his own self-preservation, it allows women to actually see, wait a second, what did I just do? What did we just do? I value that man more than to show up in this way. When a man has enough authority over himself to do something to that degree. And I think communication for a man is something that is a great way to show how mature you are, especially when things in a relationship, on a date, or whatever, how you handle a woman through conversation shows a lot about the respect you have for yourself. It's the men who get lost in their temper, that overreact, that blame, that shame people, that play victim. These are men who are wounded within their own masculinity. They don't have awareness over how their behavior isn't really hurting other people, rather it's hurting themselves in the long term. So the reason why women respect men who have the power to walk away is it showcases you have enough value in yourself to not participate willingly in something that isn't respectful in nature. This is a power move when a man can do this without apologizing or without going back on his word. When you say you need space, you take it. Regardless of how someone acts, has nothing to do with what you're needing. If anything, their behavior showcases exactly what they are needing, and you're giving them the opportunity to actually do that for themselves. Relationships are a great way to see where we need to improve. And when a man can do this with strength and not looking back, it showcases a level of discipline you have, even if your body doesn't want it to begin with. It's you taking the higher path that will ultimately lead to more peace if you're not getting that to begin with. Because someone may give you peace, but it's not yours if you're depending on how they show up to give that to you all the time. Peace is something that can come from within, through how you show up, how you handle things, and how you remove yourself from things, people, conversations that are not conducive to change, growth, or getting somewhere. It's only when you're doing things that are pleasing other people, actually hurting you the most. So it's the men with willpower, it's the men with discipline, it's a man with a high self-concept that knows what he tolerates and does not tolerate, which will make him showing up in action so much easier than needing to prove your worth. And the 3 reasons why men who walk away get more respect is, number 1, you are demonstrating emotional self-containment. Women naturally feel safe around men who are steady and not reactive, who can take space to self-compose rather than explode in moments of tension. Number 2, he is not afraid to communicate his boundaries. Women respect men who know with certainty what they will or will not tolerate. And number 3, you are naturally increasing intrigue. She's gonna be curious, wait, what did I do that just made him walk away? Will allow her to naturally reflect on her own behaviors and will perhaps want her to come up with resolution when you guys get back together, or if worse comes to worse, you removing yourself from her life may allow her to grow in the ways that deep down she knows she has to. I hope this video could help you understand why women respect men who have the power to walk away due to the very self-respect they have within themselves to begin with. And if you guys are needing any further assistance within your self-improvement, dating life, whatever it may be, I do offer one-on-one coaching services, so I would love to further assist you. So my coaching email will be right here as well as linked down below. And without further ado, you guys, give this video a like, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.